Summon Carrion Golem of Scavenging. So this is my build from last league, Mirage League. I was able to get this. It's level 100. It's very tanky, but it's nowhere to being finished up. This is as far as I took it. You can get a better weapon. I busted one for +2. Then you can get a way better amulet like +4, and then you can have a way better chest that has +3 instead of just +2. So there's a way to invest, still continue. I'm just gonna go over this setup and everything that it has in it. And this was my final iteration. I went through different one. I went to the just only golems with poison. That build does gives you a little bit more single target damage. However, it's not as fun as this one. This one is just pure chaos damage without using poison, but it's a lot more funner to run and more enjoyable. So let's go from the Carrion Golem Scavenging. We have it supported by level 1 damage on full life. Then we have Empower, Withering Touch, Congregation, Void Manipulation, Minion Damage, and then in our amulet we have Greater Multiplier support. Multi-strike support, I mean, Greater Multi-strike support. So we have a total of 7 of them because of Golem Commander, and then I have 4 Primordial Harmony Jewels with the Animal Stone that gives me extra, and I have Forbidden Flesh, Forbidden Flame from Golem Monster for the 2 for League of Primordial for the 2 more golems. Any golems were resurrected as they die, which gives, and then with Congregation we go from 5 to 7, so we have 7 of them. Then in our helmet we have Ray Spectre, Empower, Congregation, Feeding Frenzy, and I go over each spectre I have, whatever item on my animated guardian, I go over everything. Then we have in our shield Convocation, Desecrate to beef up our Carrion Golem. Whenever there's a boss fight, I'll drop a bunch of corpses so they consume them and use the Empower attack. Despair obviously for the curse. We have custom damage taken with Steel Skin, Leap, Slam for movement skill. Then in our glove we have Raise Zombie of Slamming, Meat Shield support, Summon Phantasm, and Animated Guardian with Feeding Frenzy supported to Animated Guardian. Now here you don't need Raise Zombie of Slamming. I can actually switch to regular zombie, which probably will be more. The whole purpose for them is to fill up, give us the buff from Carrion Golem that says Golem deal 5 more damage per non-golem minion near, up to 50% more. So you can actually, I should switch it too. I don't even know why I was using. I was using this because I had a ring from this ascendancy right here that gives me extra ring, and inside there I had the one that gives me +5 supports. So I had the Raise Zombie of Slambit with 5 supports until I found Mage Blood, and Mage Blood just makes the game a lot funner. So I had to replace. So actually, I was doing more damage before because I had Raise Zombie of Slamming with fully stacked with 5 links, which was really nice. That's why I have them. Okay, that makes more sense. So I think I went over that. My defenses are really good. I have around 20,000 armor, a little bit of evasion. I am using Divine Flesh, so my chaos resistance is at 80. My spell block and spell chance are maxed out because the shield is busted. Now it's also really cheap. Nobody wanted this. You can actually even go into suppression too if you really wanted to. As you make max in your stuff, you know, so it's actually really nice. My helmet is not bad, it's actually kind of good. And then my, I mean, it could be better. Does it has? Yeah, it does has, so it's actually not bad. My glove is not bad. My boots are also not too bad. And obviously I have Mage Bloods, and then all the flaws. We're gonna go over the tree really quickly. Nothing special here. Your typical minion setup. Obviously I went in the block. On my other iteration I went to evasion and suppress. I don't think they're as good as black. I've been enjoying black way more. I've been more tankier, and I have few jewels that give me consecrate ground, and it's gonna be all in the website to Ninja on the link below. You guys can look through everything. So let's run really quickly a map. I had this roll. I actually didn't even change because I'm on standard right now. I don't know what's my, just your typical Atlas, nothing special. So we're gonna run Fortress really quickly without any anything, just plain. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna run straight to the boss. I'm gonna kill the boss. Remember, this is just pure fizz. This is not a poison, but it's, I've been having more fun with this than the pure poison. Obviously, we have explode syrup, and it's really fun to mob because everything is gonna keep blowing up. We're gonna go find the boss. I actually don't do a lot of T17, so I don't know the lab that good. Usually she's somewhere. It's really fun to run regular maps because you know nothing's gonna kill you. In this mode, you never know what's gonna kill you. That's why I'm not a big fan of T17. Some random things, boom, and you delete it instantly. And you have no idea what that was, how you kill it. The final boss can also kill me because they're always on steroids with something. Let's see. This layout, I'm not a big fan of this layout at all. Oh, there's a shrine here. I don't even know if I grabbed the shrine. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna put a portal here just in case if I die, because I could die here. I'm pretty tanky, but you never know. I'm gonna set up some desecrate corpses right here, and then we're gonna run around. Make sure not get hit by any of his stuff, even though I can't really see it that well. But that thing would probably kill me, that attack. Question is, what? Who's doing damage that reduces his energy shield? I didn't. Ooh, I almost got hit by that too. That thing, I can get hit by it, but because I do have a leech, insta leech, so it shouldn't be that bad. It's the scary attack I gotta watch out for. Come on, you guys. I'm not even paying attention to any of my zombies, because some of them probably die. Okay, so we did manage to kill him. Did anybody died? I'll take the fragments. I don't have any of the... Oh! None of my zombies dies. That's interesting. I guess he wasn't doing as much damage. We can run around a little bit more, but I don't really care. But I just want to show you guys that this iteration is really fun. You can kill... the poison version does kill the boss faster. But remember, this is T17. I never run T17. I run T16 or T16.5, which are more fun or more enjoyable, and nothing can kill me there. Well, that's not true. There's some really disgusting, but that's you asking for trouble when you go into those mods. Now, let me go over the tree really quickly. I already went a little bit, but just to quickly go over again. Nothing special on the tree. This is the primordial jewels. I have reduced curse effect on all of them, set up, and I only using 4. I don't have that many syrup here. Oh, watch your eye for chaos resistance when I'm affected by purity elements. It gives me 48% chaos resistance, which is really nice. I was able to capture that really nicely. The other two, it was too expensive to get something nice like physical damage reduction while affected by determination or something, you know, so I couldn't pick that up. I was too broke. And then just one black chance here. And I think that's it. No, I have this right here that gives me a little bit black as well. And I have anoint. Didn't I have anoint? Yes, I have an anoint that gives me black. Where is that black from? I thought it was from there. I really thought the anoint was... Oh, it's right here. Okay. So this way I'm capped out only because of the shield. So, same team here. My jewels are terrible jewels, but I already have plenty of damage, so I didn't really care about that. If anything, my next upgrade would be probably plus levels, so I can get them to level 30. It would be really nice to find the armor. but it's too expensive. +3 for doppelganger at 40. It's there's no, you're gonna have to grind for years to get that. Okay, now we're gonna go over our full minion setup really quickly here. So I'll post this. This is, and you guys can go on. I don't really use PoE that much at all, but you can go there. I don't know how accurate it's gonna be. Probably not that accurate. So here we're gonna go with specters. Spectre I'm using Perfect Judgment Spirit, mostly for discipline, because I want to cast Desecrate whenever I'm fighting bosses, and without discipline I don't have that much energy shield. And discipline also gives us tankiness because our monsters or our minions already have energy shield from Bone Burial, so this is just on top of it. It's actually really nice. Next one we have Perfect Warlord for vitality and endurance charges. That's actually how I get my endurance charges. Then I have Perfect Hulking Miscreation, mostly for this buff because golems are construct, so they do get this disgusting buff right here. Then I have Pale Seraphim, and he has this debuff, increased damage taken. You can put here whatever you want. This was an optional. You can use whatever specter you want here. It doesn't matter. I just take them because he has that small debuff right there. Then I have Carrion Chieftain for the frenzy charges, that generates our frenzy charges. And that's total of 5 specters we have. Now for AG we have Cane of Kolmuk, how do you pronounce that, with the Explodey. I think it's around, I have 43 or 42% chance to explode. I actually have a pretty disgusting one on him because he also get bunch of fizz, bunch of chaos, so he can hit like a truck. I also test him out when I put him in the ring, in my extra ring, and he was going around with 5 supports. I even have him run alongside my summon Carrion Golem with full stacks up, so he's actually pretty strong. But eventually I'm just like, no, utility is better. 1 more damage for my Carrion Golem was actually better. So for the armor I have this right here. It's probably the best armor you can use here anyways in this spot. Okay, then we have Gravebond for I explained this last time on the last video. I can explain it again. This thing right here, it gives you nearby ally action speed cannot go below base value. Nearby ally cannot deal, nearby enemy cannot deal critical strike. So there's a lot of cool buffs this armor gives you. And this Grave Bond is mostly for make sure he's take the kill so he can explode, and that's how the screams get cleared out. Then for the boots, just plus additional curses because I think I do have a curse for him. I don't remember. I think it's the curse. What is the name of the curse? I can't believe I forgot. Temporal Chain. Curse. Yeah, I think he has Temporal Chain. I could be wrong. I don't remember. But I think he has Temporal Chain. And then for the helmet, you can use whatever you want. Again, I'm using this with the white circuit for additional chaos to nearby allies. Yep, and this is the build. I like this version better than the one where you have only golems, but you do have a lot more golems. In that version, I don't know if you do more damage. You do more damage if you're using poison, then yeah, you definitely do more single target damage. But you clear is ass compared to this version, and it's just not as fun. This version is fun because you can mess around with so many cool things. In that version, you have to find a different way of generating frenzy charges. You can't even do that. You cannot share frenzy charges because the only 2 ways to do it is through the helmet or to have a spectre that will give them the frenzy charges. Same include endurance charges. You can only give yourself endurance charges, but you cannot share them unless you're using that special helmet, which you will not be using because you'll be using more golem helmet, that special helmet that gives you more golems. So this version is a lot more funner. It's a lot more flexible. It is significantly more expensive. Like it is so much more expensive. The other one, for a weapon, you just using your that what is it called? The minion one. Oh, it's a sword. Hopefully I have it. Huh. Oh yeah, I do have it. But this one right here, this is the old version. I think they redo some things on it. Serve it in sleep. Yeah, this is the old one. There was another one. It's somewhere in my stash tab. There's way too much shit in my stash tab to go over. I'm not gonna look for it. It's probably it's in my remove only stash tab, which I'm not gonna go through. I just want to do this quickly and showcase this stuff. Yeah, I don't know where it could be. It could be anywhere. There's like, if I undo that hide only, there's like thousands of stash tab to look through, which I do not want to look. Not thousand, I'm exaggerating obviously, but there's too many to look through. But it's a lot easy to set up the poison version. It's a lot easier because the helmet is cheap, the weapons is cheap, the armor is way cheaper than this. Everything is so much cheaper, you know, for that. And you don't need Spectres, you don't need Animated Guardian, AG setup, you don't need any of that stuff because Spectres could be also pretty pricey. And Animated Guardian setup, his weapon alone cost me like 18 divs or something, I don't know, but it was expensive, it was really expensive. Yep, so this is the build. I think this version is way better. I think ceiling for this version is better too, because you can take it so much more. You can keep dumping currency in it, keep getting more damage, and it will be busted. But for defense, for offense, for clear speed, for just overall playstyle and having fun, this version is the best version from my point of view for Carrion Golem Scavenging. And it's running your Zoom style kind of army, but still my main damage dealers are Carrion Golem.